Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Dykstra. I am really glad that you guys are here. So for those of you tuning on live or checking out the recording, know that we have been very intentional just with brainstorming and praying about like who we wanted to really invite into this opportunity. Um, Maybe you've heard about Plexus. Maybe this is like you've only heard about it once. Maybe this is the first time of you hearing about it just from us asking you to hop on this call. Or maybe you already take the products and love them, but we just wanted to share a little bit of our story because we love Plexus products for gut health, for energy, for our active lifestyles, for parenting, and even for our daughter Brinley, for the kids' health. But we've also fallen in love with the business opportunity. And just the financial blessing it's been to our family. And we wanted to really share this with families that are intentional, that are pursuing Jesus, that want to really leave an impact while we have the short time on earth, right? So that's why we're going to share tonight a little bit about our story and how this could potentially be part of your story.
Yeah, honestly, and getting married, I knew even before we got married that I was going to be in ministry. And so in getting married, being in ministry, Megan doing her nursing thing, I think we kind of both had this mindset that Meg was going to have to work a decent amount just to be able to kind of supplement my income because nobody gets into ministry to make tons of money. So like for us, Plexus began to provide an opportunity to dream. I think as we got into it more and we saw the fruit of it, and for Megan to be able to go to part-time and then eventually to be done working in the hospital, it allowed us to kind of put our heads and our hearts together and begin to dream of what could our family look like in 5, even 10 years. What could be things that we could dream about and that we could actually see happen. I dream about sometimes things of what if I didn't have to take an income and I could donate my time for my organization and give fully in ministry in that way because we can afford it. And stuff that I never would have dreamed of, would have kind of thought of as kind of absurd. Plexus has provided an opportunity for us to actually consider those things. So yeah.
We just want to share a little bit of background just of like what Plexus is as a company, because we know that in this day and age, everyone is selling something, or you probably know at least 10 people off the top of your head that are selling makeup or clean skincare, other health products. And we just want to share a little bit of why we are confident with Plexus and what Plexus is really about as a company. So I'm going to screen share here to a little PowerPoint in a second. Here, we could hardly get Zoom to work. Now we're going to try to do a PowerPoint. Let's see here. Present. And then, wait, I have to. Sorry, guys, hang with me. I should have Barry be doing this part. I have to share my Google Chrome and then the PowerPoint. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you for being patient. Y'all, so many clicks. Okay, so welcome to Plexus. What is this in a nutshell? We really are thankful for the team that we've been a part of. I joined Plexus 3.5 years ago for the products mostly. I was having a lot of random stomach pain for almost a year. When we look back at our prayer journal, I was like, had been praying for an answer for my stomach pain. And I really didn't want to do like eliminate 50 foods out of my diet just to figure it out. Cause we were obviously doing youth ministry, you're going to have pizza, go on dates. And so that was the main reason I started. And I started with somebody that Barry used to work with at Youth for Christ. So I trusted her, and honestly, it's a team where there's a lot of local families here in West Michigan, but also a lot of families that are really just solid Christian families. And we really appreciate that about them and just their authenticity. And so here, I'm going to go to the next slide here just to share a little bit more about Plexus. So our company is not like this big weight loss thing. Like, I really appreciate that Plexus is about whole body health. First, really targeting gut health. And if you're somebody that's like, I'm not in the health industry, I've never even looked into gut health, I don't even know, I don't have stomach pain, I probably don't have a gut problem. There's actually so much that's connected to gut health, like our mood, There's 70% of our immune system that's in our gut. Like so much is impacted by our gut health. And so obviously gut health is a huge main component of Plexus. And that's why it does help so many people with different things. But there's also stuff for kids and for moms that are pregnant, all the way up to like my 84-year-old grandma who takes these products. Like there's really something for everyone. And that's why we really were able to stand behind these products, because we're like, hey, I know that person deals with migraines and this person deals with allergies, and well, she has constipation. So there's something for everybody that it really can help with. So we were really excited to be able to honestly bless a variety of people through these products. So Plexus is like privately owned, they're debt free. They've been around for like 15 years, and we do have international markets too, which is really cool. So we're above and below the US. So we're in Canada and Mexico, and then New Zealand and Australia. And we're just growing. And 2020 was when our business really kind of took off. And that just goes to show a lot of people are still looking for health. They're looking for business opportunities for other streams of income, just because of the market with inflation and just unexpected with job changes and job loss. People are wanting additional streams of income. And so we love that Plexus is an ethical company. They're super generous. I can just say that from seeing them in person with different events and stuff. And just from the top down, it's very servant leader led. And there's a lot of like our voices that are heard. And so we feel very like confident and thankful for not like this scammy, weird business, but people that are really down to earth. So we're thankful for that. Okay, so this is us. You're like, why is Barry holding volcano boxers? We're actually going on a trip in a couple days to Hawaii, because we are at a rank. We hit a rank this past April, which is Emerald. So it's one of the top 3 ranks, and you get a free trip to Hawaii, and they cover flights, transportation, the resort stay, all that. So it's really something that we're like, sweet, that would be an awesome trip to earn. Just never really pictured when that would actually be happening. And so we're really pumped about this. And again, we're thankful for a very generous company. And so, yeah, I guess follow us on social media in the next couple of days, because we'll be sharing some fun Hawaii footage. But I'm going to share just a little bit. I'm actually going to escape out of this so we can have a more face-to-face chat. So like I said, I started 3.5 years ago for the stomach pain, and I started sharing right away because I had been watching, and I was mostly hesitant because of cost. If you're like me, you maybe took a gummy vitamin from Aldi or something, or from Meijer, and you're like, good enough, I'm good. Being a nurse, I just didn't even realize the importance of gut health. We didn't even really talk about it in school. And so once I did say yes, it was just a big like financial little lump that I was like, do I pay for health? Like I've just never done that before. And so budget wise, I was like, I'm going to be very intentional. When I talked to my friend on the phone and signed up, she's like, you can actually get your products paid for. And I was like, what? I'm Dutch. I will do anything to get something for free. And she's like, just start with 3 friends in your first 30 days. And you basically get 3 months covered. So I was like, okay, good goal. I'm going to do that. And that's when I started seeing so many testimonies. You guys, there's so many resources that Plexus has that I never felt like I was like, what am I doing? Like I didn't even start for the business. I just started to really feel better and get our products covered. So once I started sharing about those different testimonies and how many people this could help with, and reached out to a few friends and family actually with specific things going on in their health, they got started, and our products have been paid for since month 1. And obviously way more now. And so I continue to share because Plexus also does really fun things. Like this Apple Watch was something I earned. They have like fun monthly incentives on top of like cash bonuses. So that, we've earned like iPad and like fun tablets, different like cool water bottles, whatever. Like there's so many different little things that you can earn that they have fun incentives each month. And so that was kind of something that was like fun for me to keep going, and also obviously wanted to keep getting my products paid for. So fast forward to a year later, we had our first daughter, Brinley, biological daughter, gave birth to her. I had said I would never be a stay-at-home mom. One, because financially, I just did not think it was going to be possible. Like Barry said, being in ministry, I was going to have to at least work part-time as a nurse. We had said that before we had kids. And also number 2, I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom because I was not like the person that grew up like babysitting a lot of kids. I didn't want like bunch of kids running around me. I just did not picture that. I love to put like my hands to something and also wanting to contribute to our family financially. And so once I had her though, God really, really changed my heart as far as like wanting to be home with family more. And it was 2020. So our whole family, we do refugee foster care. We also built this house with my mom, and my sister was living with us, and they were having like family game nights. And I was like having to say, see you later. I have to go to my shift. I was working night shift, and it was just not a fun feeling to miss out on things that I would love to just be a part of. And that was kind of a wake up call when I was like, oh, I just want to be home more. And so thankfully, I was able to go back part time. We looked at the budget, and Plexus was enough cushion for me to at least drop a shift. And that was a huge blessing. And also a time there, we were kind of like, okay, God, what is this that you have for us? Like, can you help us to steward this and really just be intentional with this extra time at home to hopefully also grow our business? And as we did that, like, that year it quadrupled. Our income with Plexus quadrupled to the point where I was able to then come home that fall in 2020. So it's almost been 2 full years that I've been a full-time stay-at-home, like Plexus mom, because it replaced and went beyond what I was making at the hospital as a nurse. And so that has been the biggest blessing. And I guess I can just like share, like, we hit this huge rank in April, that we said that'd be awesome if we could hit that rank in 5 to 10 years. Like, it'd be more than I was making as a nurse. And it's just something that has been a huge blessing for our family, financially. And yeah, I guess that's like our timeline and our journey, but everyone's is different.
Yeah, something we wanted to stress to you guys, and just like we always share, is that there isn't a guarantee of this is exactly how things go. There's stories that Megan's sharing all the time of people that hit this rank within 9 months. There's people that obviously take longer. But what we wanted to communicate to you guys is the timeline doesn't matter, but your family's dreams and vision does. And those goals and those things that you want for your family do matter, and they are important. And like anybody knows with setting goals, the quicker you begin to make decisions and choices that are going to get you closer to that goal, the better. And so for us, Plexus has provided us with tons of time flexibility. Last summer, we had the opportunity to go to Africa for over 3 weeks. And Meg didn't have to switch one shift. We didn't even have to worry about her income, because she has income even when she hardly worked for 3 months, because she's built a business that's provided or that actually functions on its own as people are working the business and doing their part. And so things like that would have never been possible working for the hospital. It's also provided us with the opportunity for us to begin to dream of what we want to do with Brindley for school. We've talked about homeschooling, and before it probably would have never been on the table. And now today we look at each other and we're like, man, we would love to spend more time with Brindley and with future kids, investing in them, sharing Christ with them. And what a better way to do it than to homeschool them and to open that up even to the communities and stuff of people that are already doing a similar thing. It's also provided us with flexibility, even things like weekends. When Meg would have to work weekends, I'd be kind of solo parenting and taking care of Brandon and whatnot. But now we have the opportunity to go and just hang out and take little trips and head up north and do different things. And it's just been honestly amazing for our family to be able to spend that time together and to have that confidence to know that this is not something that was just sprouted overnight and is going to be gone overnight, but it's something that we've been diligent to work at, trusting that this is something that God is going to continue providing for as we go.
I'm going to screen share here again in a second just to share a little bit more about Plexus, but I wanted to just share, like, this is not just something that happened by luck or like, it does require work. It is an amazing opportunity, and it doesn't just happen overnight. But when you are consistent with this, guys, it's not a complicated thing. Like, we walk people through this all the time. And it's very simple. It just requires that consistency. And so for us at the beginning, it was literally like on one of my days off, I would be working 30 minutes a day for a few days a week. And sometimes that was answering messages on the toilet. Let's be real. And so it's like, it doesn't have to be crazy. And it would probably be like the worst. My first post, I did post on social media because I was like, hey, there's probably more people that need to know about this that I don't even know that are silently struggling. And I probably used like the worst Google image. Like I just took something off of Google. So it's like, you can totally mess up at the beginning or do it the not best way and still grow and still learn. And this has stretched us in so many ways. Being a business owner is like, I always mocked the business people in college because I was like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even know. And now being a business owner, it's like, it is really cool to be your own boss, to really run things how you want. You make your own rules. Like you make your own team culture, and we want to have a team of people that are serious about intentionally really impacting their family and communities while you're here on this earth. And we know that more time together as a family, or more time flexibility to like serve in those like and volunteer in places that you might not have time for right now. And even like income is a huge thing. We need more money to actually fuel those dreams that God has put on our heart. And maybe that's even just like, hey, we want to be debt free. And your first goal is like, let's pay off $6,000 of debt or whatever. And that's awesome. And then it might shift to something else. But know that like most people right now are looking for additional income. And we love that this is something that you can do from the toilet or wherever you want. So it doesn't have to be like, don't think like, I don't ever use social media. I don't know how to make a reel. Like you don't have to know any of that. I didn't even know what stories were when I started. My sister, who was like, I don't even know how old she was, 18 at the time, had to show me how to use like Instagram. So it's like totally doable. Don't let that stop you. The biggest thing is like the heart posture of learning and wanting to serve people. And that's what we see in you guys. And that's why we really invited you. And so that's the like foundation, and everything else can be learned, which is encouraging, like I said. So the cool part about Plexus is also that, oh wait, can you guys see the screen? Okay, I see Abby nodding. So like there's a wide variety of people that are successful at this. There are men that drink pink drinks and that also do the business. It's a small portion, I will have to say. But guys love to chat and feel good too. Like they talk with their buddies. They talk on the phone more than girls do, I swear. And so like guys want to be healthy, and there is a variety of people that are successful in this. Whether you want to stay working at your job because you love it, you might not want to come home like I did and now love it. You can still work your job and love it and still do this because maybe you want to pay for daycare, maybe you want to pay for gas and groceries and not have to budget for that, and you can put extra into your family vacation fund. Whatever it is, know that you can be successful in this. You don't have to have healthcare background like I do. And yeah, it's just like, it's so fun that there's such a variety of gifts and people in this community. Also, this is not old school network marketing. These are not like illegal pyramid schemes. Okay. That's not even a like legit thing. It's illegal to be a pyramid scheme. So the cool thing is that Plexus, you don't have to have like a minimum quota. You just order your products that you're going to be taking, and you don't have to have parties unless you really want to have people over, because that's fun. They have like little pink drink parties sometimes, have charcuterie board or whatever. You don't have to like have stockpiles of your clean energy drinks in your garage. Like you don't have to have inventory or anything. People just order online through your link, and we help them for the first few months. And so it really is a simple process. Like we've said, it just comes down to asking people questions. Like when they're like, oh yeah, our kids have been so sick lately. And you're like, oh, that stinks. Like what's been going on? Like you already do that probably with your friends and family. It's just that now you have a solution that you could offer to them, like a more natural option. And that's what we realize is like, we naturally love to share with people. Like you guys probably share your favorite restaurants with your friends. We naturally share those things, and it's just natural to share things that you love. So that's the cool part. And here's just a little average compensation plan. Our family is an emerald. So we hit emerald in April, and Barry is gold. And so, yeah, we're just really thankful for this income opportunity and what this can provide, not only for our family, but because of where our business is at, that means other families have benefited as well. You can technically do this on your own if you're going to sign like 750 people. Nobody does that by themselves. you build a team and you get to really intentionally pour into other people, that they benefit as well. And their families are seeing, you know, their groceries getting paid and all that. So it's really fun to be part of a community that way. You're never feeling like you're on an island. And so this month too, like if this is something that you seriously are considering and maybe you're a numbers person, this might be more interesting to you. And if not, that's okay. Like even in September, when you get started with 6 people, you get $415 and you would earn an Apple Watch. They're doing that incentive again, bringing it back. So that's just like some of the numbers this month as far as like what type of benefits you guys could get. And really after this, we want to just connect with you guys. We want to hear your heart. We want to hear your thoughts. This is not a pressure thing at all. We truly do want you to pray about this and really consider what this could look like and what this could change for your family. I heard it said like 2 years ago at convention, like, what is the best that could happen? We all, like, our brains want to keep us safe and we naturally go to like, what's the worst that could happen, right? But what is the best that could happen from saying yes to something like this? I just love for you guys to like think and pray about that. And we would love to connect with you and just hear any questions that you have or any thoughts. But really it's the simple things over like doing those things consistently as far as like reaching out to friends and family that are struggling their health or making those posts. Because there are people that have totally approached us that I didn't talk to since high school and probably wouldn't have, but they're like, I've seen your posts and I've been dealing with this. And so know that there are people in your circle that can benefit as well. And we would love to help you help them. So anything else?
I don't think so. One thing I always say is that, man, like we've obviously appreciated the income and, like I said, the time flexibility and all those things. But I'm a firm believer at this point where even if the products were never covered, I'm convinced that we would find a way to make it a part of our budget. It has blessed our family immensely, health-wise, and has provided just such an amazing, healthy way to stay healthy, to be healthy continually. We just did the reset a little while ago and are still experiencing many of the benefits from that. So there's just so many, again, different products. Like Meg said, there's literally something for everybody, which is amazing because as we share it and as you grow relationships with people, there's always something. And so again, we just have been blessed by the products themselves. And so why we keep sharing is because we know that they're going to bless more people. But we also know that money, as Meg said, frees up a whole lot. And it's amazing, again, the dreams and the things that we get to step into because of how God has blessed financially through Plexus. So,
Yes. Thank you guys. We appreciate you and we thank you for tuning in tonight. And we hope you guys have a great night. We'll connect with you guys later. See ya.